Okay, welcome back to the show. Let's get into audience questions for the week. We're doing these a little early because of the Thanksgiving holiday. If you haven't noticed, it's sort of like a Friday show today, even though it's Wednesday, even though you might still be watching this or listening to it on Friday, I guess, because of the holiday or something. In any case, let's get right into audience questions. Hey, David, if Donald Trump is this insane and erratic with a reelection campaign looming in less than 2 years, how insane and erratic will he get once he realizes he doesn't have to run for reelection? Okay, so the premise, as I understand it, is if Trump wins in 2020 and then he has 4 years and he knows he has no more reelection, isn't he going to get even more unhinged and erratic? I actually don't think that he will on policy, but he might when it comes to all of the sidebar repression of media and ignoring the Constitution and that type of thing. And I'll explain to you what I mean. The reality is that Trump has never really had hard and fast political positions. It's always been kind of gauging the room. And even from the beginning of his presidential campaign, which I believe started with him not really even wanting to or planning to be president of the United States, more sort of thinking about it as a publicity thing. If he can come in respectably second or third in the Republican primary, this would be great for his reality shows. This would be great for the Trump brand or whatever. So he would sort of feel around about trade. We're getting killed on trade and China's beating us. And then he would get a reaction from the audience and he would say, let me do more of that because that sort of went well. But does he really have sincerely held positions and particularly sincerely held Republican positions on trade? Not really. He doesn't even know about it, is what we figured out. He doesn't know the basics of economics or currency or trade or any of it. He's just going to what he gets a positive reaction for doing in front of people. Muslim ban is another example. Insulting people, coming up with pet names for them, and hearing from right-wingers about how he really dominated, he really showed those other people. It's just what he does if he feels that it's working for him. So could he get more erratic if he wins and then has 4 years knowing he doesn't have to run for anything at the end? Yes, but it's not going to be on policy because that's always just been what the crowd wants. Trump doesn't really seem to have his strongest convictions from what we learn about behind the scenes are about things like he really believes 3 to 5 million people voted illegally for Hillary Clinton. That we know behind the scenes he continued to talk about, even when in the public narrative, it was pretty clear that it was bogus and it was kind of going away. And his voter fraud commission had already been disbanded. If the polls say that he's not doing well, he wouldn't even necessarily adjust what he's doing on that basis because he has always said the polls are wrong. Does he believe the polls are wrong? I don't know, but that's the story that he's been telling. So it's going to be very interesting to see, but I don't expect that when it comes to policy, a Trump that has won re-election knows he doesn't ever have to justify anything on the basis of getting reelected again. I don't think that makes him more erratic as far as that goes. However, where he will absolutely be even more erratic and unhinged is where what you can probably guess. The more Trump believes that he could be in trouble, we see him go nuts publicly. Every time we, after the fact, find out, oh, a judge decided this about the Mueller investigation, or he learned that this person was set to be indicted. That correlates to lashing out on Twitter and doing all sorts of wacky stuff and increasing his attempts to obstruct Trump Russia. So I think that that's what really has the possibility of pushing Trump over the edge. His biggest hindrance is extreme narcissism, and that's what would be most interesting to see him deal with in a second term, which of course I hope he doesn't get, and we need to be working to ensure that Donald Trump doesn't get. If you disagree with me, if you think Trump on policy will get more erratic if he wins re-election, let me know. I want to hear from you. One of today's sponsors is Skillshare, which is an amazing online learning community that offers thousands of high-quality classes on almost any topic. First 500 people who click the link under this video will get 2 entire months of totally free access to every single class offered by Skillshare. They've got classes on everything from design, video editing, photography, business, technology, cooking, meditation, even classes on personal productivity. I know you'll be able to find something on Skillshare that fascinates you, or even something that will help you in your everyday life. Classes are taught by real people who care about what they're teaching. I just took a really great class on more advanced video editing techniques. The David Pakman Show is giving you 2 months of free access to every class they offer when you click the link under this video. Think about everything you'll have at your fingertips for 2 whole months, totally free, hard to beat. And after that, if you like it, you can keep access to every class on Skillshare for under $10 a month, one of the most affordable learning platforms out there. Just click the link under this video to redeem your 2 free months of Skillshare, but hurry, it's only available to the first 500 who sign up.